Hi, I'm Lottie and I'm the founder of Leo's. Leo's was set up back in 2018 in memory of my son Leo, who sadly passed away 4 hours after birth. He's survived by his twin brother Oscar, who spent 16 weeks in hospital after being born extremely prematurely. Oscar's journey didn't end when we came home. For the first 3 years of his life, he spent time in intensive care units, respiratory wards, requiring multiple surgeries and spending time in general paediatric wards. All of this, between losing a baby and continually watching one of my children fight for his life, really played havoc with my mental health. One day I was sat in intensive care and I suddenly had a brainwave and thought, why is there no support for families like us? Where do I go? I have a nearly 3-year-old and I'm still struggling mentally. I have PTSD. I just don't know what to do, and decided that actually the best thing to do was to set something up that was for families like mine who needed ongoing support, because it wasn't just as soon as we got home things were okay. In fact, it was far from that. So with the help of clinicians and families who I'd met on the neonatal unit and through my journey, we set Leo's up, and we're here 3 years later. We've got what will be the UK's first centre for neonatal mental health and development and wellbeing, and will support families who have had a sick or preterm baby. These families, there's so many of them that come through the neonatal units in this region. There's over 3,000 babies a year who require this type of support, whether it's needing intensive care, life-saving treatment, or needing a bit of help with feeding or drinking or antibiotics. And the impact on these families, and it's not just, the parents or the carers and the grandparents, it's the siblings that are impacted too, and the infant themselves. For a lot of our children, it's a lifelong diagnosis and it's a lifelong struggle for these families, and we want to make sure they get the care that they deserve right from the off. So what we offer at Leo's is mental health support, so everything from counselling to peer support, cognitive behavioural therapy, EMDR to treat PTSD. We have a psychologist, we have a great team of therapists and a great team of peer support mentors, all who have lived experience, who support these families, sometimes as early as pregnancy, during the neonatal state, and obviously when they come home. During the pandemic, we had a 400% growth in need, which is what led us to get this building. We want to provide a safe space for families to come, so on a difficult day, they can come down and see one of the team, grab a cup of tea with us, have a slice of cake, join in a safe sensory play cafe. For families like ours, attending a normal sensory play area or a soft play, a cold that is, to a normal child, just a sniffly nose and a little bit of a cough can actually be life-threatening for our children. So we want to create a safe space for these children to play, develop, grow, learn, enjoy, laugh and experience all the things that they should be experiencing. We have counselling rooms like this one we're sat in here that we've finished, where families can come in and receive counselling support or peer support. These rooms, we didn't want them to be clinical at all. We wanted them to feel homely, so that when families are coming in and they're offloading, they're in a safe space. We'll be running everything from neonatal baby yoga, neonatal toddler yoga, baby massage classes, stay and play, coffee mornings, sensory development support groups, attachment support to help parents bond with their infant and infants bond with their parents. Everything we do here is to aid the recovery and the support of these families, and I can't wait to share with you where we're up to and how you guys can help. Okay, so here in the main room you can see that the ceiling is currently not in. We've had to leave the ceiling out at the moment because we're needing a lot of fire prep work being done, so we need to have fire curtains put in and a lot of fireproofing. This is a big expensive job for us, and obviously because we have children with compressed oxygen or complex medical equipment, we need to make sure that the building is completely up to code on fire standards. Over here we have a disabled toilet which is currently not up to the Equality and Diversity Act, so we need to change the disabled toilet. Further through here we've now got to put in additional fire doors where we can have extra fire exits for emergency use. We need to level the ground out here and put ramps in so that we can let any wheelchair users or families who've got their children in buggies straight out in the event of a fire. The courtyard, as you can see, is looking very tired. The windows are single pane, it's all wood. It's looking very, very sorry for itself. We need new windows, we just need new windows. Within the garden area as well, we're wanting to create a little sanctuary space that not only can be used for families to access, but eventually can be used for withdrawal of care and palliative care for families who are unfortunately losing their baby or their child.
Hi, I'm Tammy and I'm mum to Harry. Harry was born at 33 weeks in Darlington and we ended up in a neonatal unit in Middlesbrough James Cook. We first found out about Leo's in Middlesbrough and they helped us there with support. We had no clue what was going on at the time. It was all a complete blur. Harry was in the neonatal unit for 6 weeks. When we got back home, things just took a turn for the worse. My mental health was all over the place. Harry seemed to be thriving at this point. We were in and out of hospital, but he was doing well. But at this point, it was my mental health that was really bad. I reached out to Leo's during the pandemic. At first, they gave us some peer support. Then I ended up going on to counselling, which was a massive help. I couldn't get any counselling, anything from anywhere. I'd been to my doctors numerous times. I'd cried, and there was nothing they could do for me. We started counselling, and then from that we started accessing support for Harry as well. So Harry was seen by Future Steps, which helped me understand his sensory issues and everything he was going through. I had no clue about this. No, but none of the doctors really had any clue about it either. But it helped us understand Harry's issues a lot more. Helped me bond with him better. I knew what was going on in his head. I'm now a volunteer for Leo's. It's such an important place because there's just nothing like it. We can't access this type of support anywhere, and this support is massively needed. It's completely different going to a toddler mother and toddler group than it is going to a neonatal mother and toddler group. You get the support you need. It's a huge help, and I don't think you know about this type of service until you're in that time of need. I had no clue any of this could have happened to me until it happened, and then I had no clue there was any help out there until Leo's stepped in.
And they're doing well.
So we're here today at Leo's, and you've heard from Lottie her story about how she started Leo's and the reason why, and you've seen what she wants to do with Leo's and the amazing place it's going to be and the difference it's going to make, what she needs to do to get this over the line. And there's no support and there's no more funding, so she needs all the help she can to make this 100% ready for people to use. You can see the amount of work that needs doing and the amount of money that is needed to put this right. The Teesside Family Foundation is going to commit to £10,000 towards putting this facility and hub into full operation, but it's not going to be anywhere near enough. We really need your support. If you can help with the building work, if you can change the windows, if you can help with the garden, help with the brickwork, if you want to donate, it would be massively appreciated. I think between the foundation, our supporters and everybody in this room tonight, we can get Leo's fully operational and make it the magical place that Lottie wants it to be. Do you think we can do it, Ted? Yay!